Good morning and welcome to the Boys Upstairs Show. So what is the Boys Upstairs Show?
Well, the Boys Upstairs Show is really a show about people talking about really or whatever they want to.
Whether that be basketball
Or another thing that we're talking about here on the Boys Upstairs Show is football.
Or other things that have nothing to do with sports, like drafts, interviews, and much more to come. But don't take my word for it. Here's an interview with some of the main guests and host of the Boys Upstairs Show. How did you come up with making the Boys Upstairs Show?
The idea was that me and Sean were just going to film a video up here in this attic. This studio that we have here was a quarantine project, and so originally we were just going to make this like a playroom type thing, like a hangout room. But we decided that this would be the perfect place to do the podcast.
They had the resources to do it, the facilities to do it, and then they just needed the people, and that's when I got lucky enough to grace my presence in this studio and do my first show. But I'm back here. I'm doing the show a lot. I really love it. It's just a bunch of guys, a bunch of dudes talking about football and sports, and then we do also fun stuff like drafts.
Yeah, we have a little fun.
I have a little fun. Because not all life is business in sports. Yeah, it's fun. So we do fast food drafts. We do
movies and food.
Food, all things that people love. So shows. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking forward to the future.
One of the things that I've been asked before is like, who is on the show? Who is the show? What is the show? The show is us. Mm-hmm. That's the way that I think it can best embody it. And I think that we all have different opinions on things. Obviously, there's a bunch of arguments all the time. Andrew and Martin constantly fighting, and
such an annoying human
being. Us making fun of Andrew sometimes. That is part of the show, And I think that it's really cool that we have people from different countries even on our show, and the audience in different parts of the world that watch us. And, we don't necessarily have the credibility yet to be watched by people in other countries by any means. Keep building from what we're at now. And
to put in perspective kind of how much we care about it and enjoy doing it, like you said, we got people across the Atlantic Ocean even doing it. People got colleges they go to all over the country. People have work, so they can't always come here and be in the studio. But even when no one's here, everyone is quick to jump on a Zoom, talk about sports, or we have those drafts or whatever. It's a bunch of your friends talking about fun topics everybody likes.
No, the diversity in this show is amazing. We have Ivy League universities. We have.
He just wanted to bring up that he goes
Notre Dame. We have Lehigh. We have Denison. We have all over the place. And we even have Ireland.
Speaking of Ireland, our co-host for the Boys Upstairs, Scott, would you like to say how you brought him on?
Yeah, so Scott is a student at Dublin Technological University. The reason, or the way that he became part of the show was that I was on the Irish NFL show, which is a different podcast in Ireland, and he saw me on that. And he used to be a writer for them, and he basically contacted me and was like, I really like your show. Is there any way that we could maybe do a video together or just collaborate in some way? And I was like, that'd be great. He just seemed like a really cool guy. And we had him on. Immediately after the show, I texted in the group chat, what do you guys think about Scott? All positive.
Have him on again?
Yeah, we need to have him on again.
Loved him.
He needs to be full-time. And so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, would you want to come on again? He was like, absolutely. And he has not come on since then.
It's just so organic, and has so much more room to grow.
Absolutely.
That we can literally go and tap into any asset that we need. We can go into, ballet. We could go into...
If we needed to.
If we wanted to. It's all about what we want and what the people want.
And we would become ballet experts like that.
Exactly.
We would have a debate show.
That's the one thing that we want to stress about our show. We don't claim to be, experts.
You spoke in how the Boys Upstairs show is not only just in here, but it could be more, like how you guys just said ballet, do you have any ideas for the future of what you would branch out to?
Yeah, I mean, I can jump into a bunch of things. Jake wants
Just
to say
quickly, that's an outstanding question because, like, let's be real, the NFL ends in a month.
Yeah.
So we got to think of stuff to do after that.
There's a lot of ideas that we've had. There's a lot of people that we want to try to interview that we've been in contact with, and we want to try to, right now our format of the shows has kind of been, we do a weekly NFL show that is a ton of fun, but that kind of gets all of our NFL takes for the week into one show. So we don't necessarily do shows on just specific NFL teams. We want to start like not a separate show, but a different, like, you'll know, as opposed to a pick show or as opposed to a draft, like, this is an interview show. Be probably 3 or 4 of us and somebody that we're interviewing, and that will be a different type of show and things like that. And as on-site reporting, on-site videos, vlogs of us going to games, I think that we can only grow on that. I think that the more our group expands, our show, our brand expands, we can have more people that go to games and get more live reports. And I also think that we could even open up to things that aren't necessarily all sports, with like more Instagram pages that are run by branched out people like Eden. If she wanted to do like a sports fashion thing, like what NFL or NBA players are wearing to the game that day, then maybe girls would be interested in that.
Yeah, we should tap into that girl audience, because I'm not gonna lie, our girl audience is probably not great.
I look at the metrics.
It's probably not great.
Our percentages right now are 96-4 male to female.
I mean, I'm pushing for that 4%.
I'm a little
The
surprised.
4%, shout out to that. Shout out to that 4% of girls that are watching this show.
Shout out.
I respect you for
Probably
watching the show.
Little kids.
If
on
your
their mom's
girlfriend
account.
watches this show, keep her.
Yeah,
She's the one.
She's the one.
But yeah, I mean, we can't really give you a good answer on what the future is, because who knows we are right now, and I hope that it just keeps going.
And now I'd love to all show you a real live broadcasting of the Boys Upstairs show with some behind the scenes.
Hello, and welcome to the Boys Upstairs show, week 17. Season's almost over, Mike. We are back together. Alright. Enjoy the game this weekend. Like and subscribe if you would, please.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Fellas, subscribe. 5 minutes.